Hi, good day, class. My name is Gian Lexer Tagyama Cruz, and I'm gonna be your professor for this course, Fundamentals in Food Service. I hope we will have a good run this semester. Since at the moment we cannot have a face-to-face discussion because of the pandemic, this will be our new mode of instruction, new mode of learning. Um, so let's begin. Fundamentals in food service. When we say fundamentals in food service, and when we say fundamentals, it is often linked to the word basics. And knowing the basics is really important because if you don't know, if you don't know anything about the basics, then how can you learn a new thing? I mean, we always go back to the basics when we want to learn a new thing. For example, you want to cook. In order for you to cook, you have to learn how to turn your stove on because you need fire to cook. You need to have a proper background on how to use the kitchen utensils because if you don't know their uses, then you won't be an effective cook. So that's why it's really important to know the basics because it serves as the core of everything that we will do in the future. So the focus of this topic is on the basic knowledge and skills required in operating in the food service industry. It's uh, self-explanatory. It's nothing. It's no need for me to go deeper because it's understandable. The first question we need to answer is what is a restaurant? Now, restaurant is a really common word because it is a place. It is a place we go to when we're hungry. Right? When we want to eat good food, we go to restaurants. So restaurants is a restaurant is an establishment or any establishment that serves food and beverage to customers who either are walk-ins or have made advanced reservations either by phone or online. So that is the definition of a restaurant. Now we're gonna talk about the most common types of restaurants. I have included in my slide five types of restaurants that are really common. The first one is cafe. So what is a cafe? Cafe is a food outlet in where people go when they want to relax. You know, they want to catch up with friends. They want to talk about um, interesting topics. That's where they go. You know, have good conversation with a sip of coffee or other drinks. That's where they go. It's a place built to have a relaxing moment with yourself or with friends. It is a casual outlet that caters to people who are on the go. Such most items served are mostly short ordered or easily prepared. The next one is fine dining. Now, fine dining is a restaurant usually designed for the elite market. When we say elite market, it means the high-end customers, the rich people, the rich customers. And these type of restaurants have high-end decorations and a formal atmosphere. Most people go there, eat there because for because of special occasions or such as anniversary, birthday, or wedding, and etc. And we can easily distinguish this type of restaurant from the others because it needs a formal dress code and fine dining etiquette for you to go in. Menus are menus may feature exotic or interesting dishes and ingredients. Some fine dining restaurants have uh, sommeliers to help you with food and wine pairings. Okay, the next one is buffet restaurant. Now, buffet restaurant is one of my favorite restaurants. Why? Because I love to eat a lot. Buffet restaurant is an all you can eat concept, meaning it's unlimited. You can eat whatever you want as long as you don't have any I don't as long as you don't make leftovers because you'll have to pay it if you do. For people who has a small appetite, now this type of restaurant is not for you. Kay dili siya may musulit kung dali ra ka mabusog. This is made for people who want to eat in a large quantity. Okay, para masulit. And most buffet restaurants uh, serve are served with a fixed price. Maybe within Tagbilaran the price range is from 200 to 500, and in Panglao, in um, big resorts in Panglao, it goes up to 1,000 or more. And this is buffet restaurant is also called serve. What do you call it? Serve yourself has a serve yourself concept, because if you want to refill, then you can go to the what do you call this, to the food counters, and you'll get it yourself. And it has a wide variety of selections. The next one is fast food. Now, fast food is really common. It is primarily focused on quick service. When we say quick service, pinaspasay siya. For example, we have McDonald's, Jollibee, KFC. These are fast food restaurants. Why? Because in 5 to 10 minutes, your food is already prepared. You don't have to wait uh, to wait longer, because it is prepared readily, and it is served at the minimal amount of time. That's why most fast food restaurants offer I have a service counter or a drive-through for people who want to eat in the car, for people who are in deep time management. You can go to drive-through and have their food prepared at a minimal time. Now, food in fast food restaurants are often served in disposable items like plastic containers, paper food trays, and to-go bowls. The last type of restaurant is called ghost restaurants. When we say ghost restaurants, it doesn't mean nga ang restaurant haunted or na mga wakwak. Wakwak ang mga servers. No. It means that it is called ghost restaurants because they don't have a physical store. They are also known as virtual restaurants or delivery only restaurants, because orders are made online or through text. When you see this kind of restaurant has a strong website and social media presence. When you see it in the news feed, you're gonna message the seller, and they get have it delivered to you. Mostly they partner with third-party delivery services, or they deliver it themselves. Now, The advantage of having a ghost restaurant is that it, it doesn't have uh, it doesn't really need a lot of costs. It doesn't cost a lot. Owners and chefs can focus on efficiency in developing quality culinary creations because they are not really pressured. They have more flexibility. They have more flexibility to alter their menus as they don't need to change physical copies and only need to update their online websites. So we're done with the most common types of restaurants. We're going to proceed with the importance of having a good cost restaurant layout. I'm sorry about this slide. It's supposed to be restaurant. I don't know why it's customer. It's supposed to be restaurant. Okay? So the first one we need to consider is circulation and movement. Circulation and movement is really important because it is about ensuring proper circulation and movement of this restaurant staff as well as the customers in the restaurant. The restaurant should be designed in a manner that allows customers to find their way inside the restaurant easily, then go to the dining area. Dining area, especially in today's situation, considering the coronavirus crisis, it really shook the entire restaurant industry. The need for enough space between tables cannot be stressed enough. There must be enough spacing in between tables, people how many people can sit in a table, how many chairs are provided. In order to follow strict social distancing protocols. The route of the waiters carrying the food to the dining area from the restaurant kitchen should be straightforward and uncluttered to ensure quick and efficient service. Number two, second one we need to consider is connectivity between the restaurant front end and back end. When we say front end, it's in the front of the house. These personnel are called front end because they have the most encounter with the guests. So they are the go-to persons if the guest needs something. They are in constant communication with the guest. So that's why they are called front of the house. Now the back of the house are personnels who work in the kitchen, chefs or in the storage, in the pantry. So these are called back end because they only have a minimal encounter with the guest. Uh, the restaurant should allow a smooth circulation of items from storage to the restaurant kitchen because if the restaurant storage is really far away from the kitchen, then what will happen is sometimes the delivery will be delayed, and when delivery will be delayed, food ordered are going to be prepared late. That's why restaurants should really consider having as much as possible a close distance between the kitchen and the storage area. And also if the kitchen is really far away from the dining area, then when the food ordered by the guest is already done and served the table, tendency is the food might be cold because of the long because of longer time to having a longer distance to serve the food. The third one is comfort for diners and staff. Of course, employers should not only consider the comfort of the customers but also the comfort of the staff because no one wants as as customers don't want to eat in a restaurant who doesn't make them that doesn't make them comfortable. And so as staff staffs don't want to work with employers who doesn't care about them. Okay, so the first thing to consider is thermal and indoor air quality. Due to cooking, lighting, electrical equipment, and number of people inside the restaurant, the internal heat is very high in all restaurants, especially in the kitchen. That's why it's necessary to have a proper heating, ventilation, and air conditioning in the restaurant. The temperature in the seating area must be controlled to provide pleasant environment for your customers. At the same time, ensure the restaurant kitchen is well ventilated to let out smoke and smell of food preparation. Next one is restaurant lighting. Of course, light is very important because it provides visibility to work and move safely. The next one is acoustic. Okay, acoustic, it's about the noise. You invited an acoustic band, but the kitchen kay mas banha pa sa imuhang acoustic band, so it's not effective. That's why you need to consider you need to have the kitchen soundproofed, di ba? Fourth one is optimum utilization of space. It's not really it's somehow correlated with the first one, which is circulation of movement. That's why we don't really need to go deeper on this one. The fifth one is safety. It's self-explanatory. Safety, of course, we need to consider the safety. The next one is the restaurant layout. So what's in the restaurant? First one is dining area. Dining area, it is where customers eat and wait for their orders to be served. Food display, it's where you can find the food you want to order. Food display. Service station, it is the area in where dining utensils and plates are found. Service bar is where the beverages are prepared. Cashier's counter, dispatching counter, where the food are placed after preparation, and food preparation area, which is the kitchen. Now let's go to the service brigade or the service personnel. The first one is the head waiter. Head waiter oversees food and beverage operations. The second one is the receptionist or hostess. They are the ones with the first encounter, who has the first encounter with the guest, because they are the ones who are gonna welcome the guest to your restaurant and have them seated. Third one is waiter. Waiter takes order and serves the food order. Next one is wine steward, busboy, bartender, barista, and expediter. Now, expediter brings food to the table from the kitchen, but most restaurants doesn't really have a specific personnel called expediter, because the ones who will do this are the servers or the waiters. So it's not really used, especially in my experience. It's not really used. This term is not really used because we have the servers or the waiters to do this job. So that will be it. That is the end of our discussion. I hope you learned something. I'm gonna give you a quiz after this. I'm gonna provide you with notes. Don't worry. And I hope you have a good day, and always keep safe.